Top 10 digital assets for 2024, top picks. This is really more of a baker's dozen, and this just isn't my picks. These are from listening to all kind of different instructors, listening to the I Am Academy instructors, listening to other people, and thinking. You have to really think about it too. There's over 10,000 different digital assets, so there's really a lot to think about. And then also too, I am building out my top 30 and I'll share them with you. But keep in mind that you can have tools and access to professional teachers just by joining the academy. And I'm really kind of just sharing this with you in hopes that someone will want to look further into the academy, because that's really where the education is. I'm just kind of journaling my progress online, right? And just sharing with you. But a lot of the stuff I'm picking up from the academy. So I'm going to briefly, I'm going to run through each of the assets just from a big perspective. Remember, we talked about before, there's different kinds of trading. There's position trading, swing trading, scalp trading. I'm really today just kind of looking and sharing with you kind of more, I would say, more from a position trading, because right now the feeling that I'm getting from where we're at right now is I'm just dollar cost averaging primarily into the ones that I just showed you. And we're going to go through the charts on each one real briefly. It's really 13 of them. And I'm going to be as brief as I can and just kind of show you why I was thinking what I'm thinking about them. And then also to realize these are things you can, and this is not financial advice. I'm just journaling, and sharing, but you can literally download an app and buy these things on your phone. Very simply, right? Very simply, anybody can. But consider the academy. Consider the academy, because the academy, this is where you can actually, if you were going to go jump into the academy and watch some live instruction, every week, Sunday through Saturday, we have well over 100 different educators just teaching and just sharing why they think things are going to happen. And then eventually you build a belief of why you think this asset will do this. And once you have a good belief, and then sometimes you catch the right thing, you can really get a nice 3x on your money, 10x, 100x, sometimes 1000x, sometimes more than that, 10,000x. It's just it's all kind of potential, and then you can also lose too. So that's the thing, is you want to be smart about it as you're going along the way, so that you're making the right choices. So these are my picks right now. I'm picking these assets to what I call dollar cost averaging into. I'm just earning as much money as I can in my business, and what I can invest. I actually have different kinds of investments, but what I'm allocating to the digital currency, these are the ones that I'm really kind of hardcore building up right now, right? So, but we're going to take a quick peek at them on the charts, each one real brief, okay? So this is Bitcoin right here. So if you can see, now most of these I'm going to be sharing with you on the weekly time frame. You can look at these assets on different time frames. So not everybody knows that. Like, you have a weekly time frame, a daily time frame, 4 hour, any hour, any minute. There's all kind of ways to look at it. Zooming in, zooming out. I would say a weekly is more zooming out. We're kind of looking at the whole picture, right? So in regards to Bitcoin, it's very common that a lot of the people that believes in the Bitcoin project that will at least see upwards to around 100,000. Right now it's at 42. So that's kind of the feeling in the industry. Some people think it could go between 200,000 and 300,000. And then some people say, giving enough time, 5, 10, 15 years, it could eventually hit 1 million. And those are just kind of the things that's being talked about in the industry. But right now we're 42. The thing is what people don't really understand, Bitcoin is the number one. So out of the whole mixture, and all of these aren't really in any particular order, but Bitcoin is the number one. It's kind of like the big daddy. It's the big ones. That makes sense. I'm gonna do a quick volume check. It's the real big one. Number one. Whoops. Good. So I got volume. So it's the number one. So if it's going up, if we hit 100,000 with Bitcoin, everything else is going to go up. I mean, almost everything else is going to go up, right? So even though this is something to think about too, even if you hit all-time highs, that's kind of my thinking right now is we're at 42. Even if it goes back up to, 65, right? Everything's going to be moving in the right direction. And from what I'm learning about the digital assets, you want to scaling into, then also too, it's very important to have a plan to scale out of. You want to take that money out of and put it back into your current currency and then use it for something else like real estate or precious metals or stocks, or give it to work with a professional on let them managing your money, different things, different strategies. But, have a strategy to pull out, because sometimes you'll ride the wave up and then you ride the wave down, and that doesn't really do us any good. I don't think so. But we're at 42. So the thing is, though, for me, I feel like I'm just dollar cost averaging into this. I would like to have as much Bitcoin as possible before it really breaks out. The thing is, in the short run, there are talks of it could go back down to, even 12,000. Even we could hit this range right around 12,000. And I say, bring it. That doesn't bother me one bit. That allows me more time to work harder in my field of fitness that I love and make more money, and then accumulate more Bitcoin, more Ethereum, more XRP, more of the other ones. It gives me more time because I do believe that it will eventually break past this previous high. And I do feel like this is just me saying what I feel like is going to happen. We will at least see right around 100,000. That's just my feeling. Maybe the next could be, I would like it to go down first. I would like some more time personally, but say even if it was 2 or 3 years, that's okay too, right? So even if it's 2 or 3 years, but in the long run, that people believe that we could really, have some nice numbers. But that's the thing. There's a lot of stuff in the making with Bitcoin. If you keep up with the news, there's tons of stuff going on, and there's lots of money that's sort of on the sidelines right now. These big industries that require regulations, they want to get into Bitcoin, and they're waiting on some approvals. And once that money starts flooding the industry, a lot of these numbers are going to go up, and we want to make sure that we have a good exit plan so that we can, because what's going to happen is it'll eventually come back down again. So most likely, so we'll see. But that's the thing. That's why being in the community, following these professionals, these teachers right here, and having them, oh my gosh, Curtis Cobain, amazing guy. Advanced Crypto Analysis. He just teaches you just what's current, and what's to do, get rid of this, sell this, buy this, watch this, start buying this. You'll catch new things on the way up. It's all kind of stuff. So anyway, I don't want to get stuck on that. So Bitcoin, yes. Okay. You see the charts, you see that even the previous all-time high. I'm just even looking at what's it going to look like when we break the previous all-time highs. So we got another, 20,000 to go before we do that. But I wouldn't mind seeing it dip down or go sideways for a while, But we'll see. We just gotta play the cards that we're dealt with, right? Now I'm gonna take a look at Ethereum. Okay, Ethereum. This is Ethereum on the weekly chart, right? Now I haven't made any. I'm gonna eventually be doing more in-depth analysis of these, but I just kind of wanted to bring up and share with you. It's kind of it's the end of the year today. It's December 31st. I wanted to just kind of do a recap of my favorite thoughts of digital assets going into the new year. Now, so as a record too, as going on the record, so to say, but then as the new year, as I do videos into the new year, as thank you for allowing me to teach, because it's my goal to teach people this material that's interested in it, is I'll do more in-depth analysis of each one, right? But okay, so let's look at Ethereum, right? Okay, nice. Okay, so currently we're at 2280 right now. Our previous all-time high is around 4790. I can't buy this fast enough. This is really personally my favorite out of even all the 13 that I've showed you. I'd all favorite of these right here. Right here. Out of all these, this one is really my favorite, and I feel like the most secure with the most big return. But that's just me. So can't buy this fast enough. Okay, so Ethereum. Let's see, what do we got next? XRP. Let's look that up. Okay. XRP is a really interesting kind of a asset. If you don't know about it, it's fascinating because it's a payment processing system, and there's lots going on. They're dealing with the some lawsuits and stuff, and so it's just kind of the whole thing that once they get these things cleared up, they're going to really be big because they handle cross-border payment systems. So this is going to be really interesting, but I'm all for loading up on it right now. I can't buy this stuff fast enough either. That's XRP. Now, while I got XRP on the brain, I also want to look at XLM because XLM is also very similarly related with XRP. But this chart's kind of weird. If you look over here on the right, this is just kind of a beginner kind of a thought. You see over here, you see BTC USD. So sometimes they'll, in the charts, it's easier to kind of, they're comparing with the US dollar. XLM, it goes 0 point and all the zeros. It's being compared with the BTC, but so the chart reads a little funny. It's kind of hard for me to explain. It's not related to the dollar. It's related to BTC. But I can't load. I'm loading up on all these. XLM. This is XLM right here. XLM. I'll put it down here. But XRP and XLM, they are correlating. They have a lot in common, and I'm still learning. But as you learn from the teachers, they're teaching us all that stuff. The teachers, the educators are teaching us what XLM is and how they're important and how they're going to be used. And the same with XRP. And so once you start to hear it enough, you're start to internalize it. And that's the thing, is that's why I'm working on to internalize more of this. So that's why I'm also, thank you for letting me share the charts with you, because it really helps me get familiar with it. So Polkadot. I want to go there next. Polkadot. Let's see here. Dot. Okay. All right. Dot. Now, this is interesting. It's so low priced right now. $8.19 for one Polkadot, and could most likely go back over $50. Think about that. You could download it right now and just buy that on an app. $8.19 almost. And if you hold it long enough, you may ride it all the way up to over $50 again, and then more some. But they're a good project. They're a solid project. So I'm all about that. So let's look at Sol, SOL. Okay. Sol, SOL. We got some Sol. Let's see here. Here we go. All right. Okay. This is not my favorite one. I like still kind of learning more about it. But the teachers do recommend it. A lot of them are on board with it for the long run. So it could be, if they're $101 right now, 101. And if it goes back to its previous all-time high, it'll 250. That's not bad. Some other things do a lot better than that. But that's 2.5 times, right? So if you bought one today, and if it goes back to the previous all-time high, which most people are hoping for a bull run at some point, that it's going to go well above the previous all-time high. So, maybe say it goes to 300, you've 3x'd, right? So you buy one, and in the future, you still take profit at 300. we've 3x'd, right? It's decent, okay. But I'd like to believe in that company more. I would still like to learn a lot more about it. But I'm on board. I'm trusting, and I'll buy into it for the time. Ada, that's an interesting project. Do you know about Ada? Let me know if you know about their whole story. They're a little bit of a lot of these blockchain technologies and a lot of these new technologies. They're being built on the blockchain, right? And they use different things to build on the blockchain. They use Ethereum. They use other things. Ethereum has layers inside of Ethereum. People use those layers. It's a little overwhelming sometimes. Ada is a really different. It's kind of like the iPhone and the Android. I feel like Ada is it's a different thing altogether, and is usually one of the few projects that doesn't move up or down based on what Bitcoin is doing. Because usually Bitcoin rules the market. If it goes up, like almost everything goes up. It goes down, almost everything else goes down. But Ada usually has a mind of its own more so than other ones. So it's really fascinating. I am all about the Ada train. I would like a piece of that action because I feel like in the long run, they may do something, and it's not a bad price. It's 59 cents for one Ada, right? 59 cents, right? And if it goes back to up the previous all-time high, that's $3. So that's almost that's like 5 times, right? So, and everybody loves the guy that's behind it. It's just so when you build your confidence up, you don't mind putting into it. But just think, you put $100 into it, it could grow to 500. You put 10,000 into it, it could grow to 50. You put 100,000 into it, could go to 500. I mean, that's just the math of it. I'm not saying what to do and what not to do, but 5x, right? That's what we're talking about. That's what I'm looking at. I'm thinking 5x, maybe more. So I would probably take profits. I don't know. I haven't mastered my exit plan yet on this next run up. But at some point, you're going to take profits for sure around here, because this might be resistance area. So I'd probably take some profits here, and then as it goes up. But it's a good project. People love Ada, so that's the thing. Okay, just to kind of give you a heads up on that. Link, right? This is something I feel like this often underestimated, and nobody talks about it because it's not very exciting right now at the moment, but has a lot of potential. So currently trading at almost $15, right? And previous all-time high is around 50. So if it goes back up to its previous all-time high, that's a little bit better than 3 times, and it'll probably go higher on this next run up. So it could be looking at a 8x potential. So, and it's a quality project. People have a lot of good things to say about Chainlink. So I'm all about Chainlink. That's why it's on the list. I put these things on the list because when I go to my app, these are the things that I'm purchasing. When I had that cash to buy it, this is what I'm picking up. I'm going to skip over Maker. I'm going to come back to it. Go to Matic, Polygon. Let's look at Polygon. Polygon. All right. Polygon, Matic. Okay. Polygon, Matic. Okay. Again, it's related to the BTC, but you can see the where it has been. So that's at least three times. I'd say 3x return if it goes back to its previous all-time high. Matic, right? It's on the list. All right. Uniswap. Let's take a look at Uni. All right. Okay. This is a look at these are all on the weekly time frames, right? Weekly time frames. We're currently trading at $7.22, and the all-time high was around 44. right? It's 5, 6. That's 6x. So if you pick it up, if we picked it up now and it did get back to all-time high, that's 6x. If it goes higher, then it's more. So loving this. Okay. XLM, we looked at that. Algo and Atom. Okay, Algo and Atom. All right. All these coins can be picked up, I can't make recommendations for, I'm trying to uphold the standards by the Academy. They don't want us making recommendations for exchanges and stuff like that, but it's really simple. It's really simple. Okay, so let's see, Atom. What did I say? Atom and Algo. Atom and Algo. Atom. There you go. Atom. Okay. Trading at $10 right now, and a lot of these I've been focused on the big two, like Bitcoin and Ethereum. So this helps me to familiarize myself with the price. So thank you for letting me share these things with you and teach this with you. But we're looking at them now because there are recommendations. This is what I'm looking at to DCAN as we're going into the 2024. Now these things can change on a dime. These markets move fast sometimes, and that's what I'm doing just kind of for fun. I have this I'm building out like a top 10 and a top 30 fund. Like what you're looking at right now is kind of like my top 10, even though technically there's 13 in here. And if something goes, I don't like the way something is, I'll pull it out and then, maybe switch it to cash or put something else in. But it's like a fund, right? It's like a fund. But not everybody has time or desire to do stuff like this. But, if you can learn to control your own destiny, then why not, right? So right now we're looking at Atom. So it's trading at $10.62. Previous high, 44. That's at least a 4x, right? So I'm all about Atom. Let's get some Atom, and then one more. Two more really. Algo. Let's find the Algo. All right, Algo. And remember, there's over 10,000 different coins. So these are picked out and cherry picked out of 10,000 plus coins that's out there, right? As my personal favorite going into the new year. Now, it might be something good that I don't know about, but I'm just telling you what my current favorite is, right? Okay, so this is Algo, and it is compared against the Bitcoin. So the price is a little funky. The number's a little funky over here, but let's see. We're looking at 4 zeros, 5 zeros, and a 5. The high was like a whole rack. So is that like a 4? I don't want to say for sure. Looks like it could be at least a 3, maybe more X return if it goes back to previous all-time high. Algo. Now the thing with Maker, we don't have this whole system that you see, right? That you have. If you remember in the Academy, right? If you remember in the Academy, you would have access to this tool, Levels. You would also have access to Swipecoin, which is another tool. It's really for if there's scalp trading, and we're not scalp trading at the moment, right? This is another tool called Levels, and the tool is, and you get this tool as a member of the Academy, right? If you have any questions about the Academy, let me know. It's basically about $175 a month, and if you refer people, they'll pay you for it. So something to consider if you're into that kind of thing. And remember, anytime you go on YouTube, I like going on YouTube and looking up the teachers there, but they have their own paid programs. Almost every YouTuber has their own upgraded plan that you can pay $99 for, and then you can get their whatever they're not telling everybody, right? Well, we have the IM Academy. We have access to over 100 plus different educators, over 100 different pros that every week you can get live on their shows. Every week you can get live analysis and then ask them questions directly. These are from professionals that this is all they think about is cryptocurrency and digital assets. You have access to that. So, and then you have access to these tools and more tools, right? So that's the thing. But one more thing I wanted to say about Maker, okay? So we looked at all these. If you just join in, thank you for being here. I'm just reviewing my my personal picks. Doesn't mean it's anybody else's favorite picks, but these are my personal picks for dollar cost averaging going into the new year. And I just ran through each one of them on the charts and looked at each one. So if you missed it, you can go back and look at the charts and why I think something might 3x or 5x or 10x over the next year or 2 or 3 or or more, right? But I didn't look at Maker yet. I am interested in Maker. I don't know personally. I just don't know a lot about Maker, right? But this is Maker right here on CoinGecko. I just wanted to mention it because it has been recommended. It's on my radar, and I'm digging into it. I'm still learning about it. But this is the chart, the max chart over. So it does have a previous high of 6,000. So it's 1,700 right now. If it did go back to all-time high, that's about us at least a good 3x, almost. I don't want to say 4x. Could be 15, 16, yeah, almost 4x. But I'm still learning about it. But it is on the list, right? So that's the list. If you want to take a little screenshot of that, and I'm not saying this is not financial advice, right? But it is simple as just downloading the app and just buying it over the phone. It's really simple these days, right? Any questions on it, let me know. If you have any questions on the Academy, let me know. And remember that you have access to all of this material here, all these charts, so many tools. This is just, I don't want to blow your mind here, but I will. This is a lot of the Bitcoin real quick. So I just will kind of zoom into, as a final thought, wow, I just for fun, zoom into the 4-hour time frame and just kind of show you what I'm looking at over the last 4 weeks real quick, if I can dig it up here. Really have to zoom in. It's like you're zooming in on a microscope. Let's see here. It's like my computer thinks I'm asking a lot of it. Okay. So that's right there on the 4-hour time frame. And this is what I'm looking at just for Bitcoin, because I do, like I say, I feel like Bitcoin runs almost everything except for ADA, like we said. But that's where I have it right there on the 4-hour time frame. So we're kind of slowly going up, kind of zigzagging inside this channel. Each one of these little highlighters moments is a Monday. And so we're at a Monday right now, coming up on a Monday. So I wish you all a happy, healthy, wealthy, merry New Year, wherever you are in the world. And if you have any curiosity about digital assets and how you can benefit from them, please let me know. The actual my YouTube channel, which actually all the stuff I have in the description of the video should have a link to it. But if you have any questions, just reach out to me. I'm looking for people we'll collaborate and work together as we go into the new year, and we'll help each other. We'll get better at what we do, better at our professions. I want to be the best weight loss coach I can be. Matter of fact, if you go to fit.fitness, I'll just throw it out there real quick. So weight loss solutions, it'll land you right here. Talks all about that. And that's my passion is assisting people from suffering from overweight related diseases, right? But what do we do with our money? That's the thing, is we want to multiply the money that we make, right? So we take our cash flow, and that's part of fitness and finance, is kind of working the two together, and I enjoy it. So thank you for letting me share. So on the finance side, we want to put it somewhere that's going to grow, right? And but with this, I want to caution you. I'm learning here lately how important an exit strategy is. So there's some things, and you know, decide if you want to be in on the long term, 10, 20 year, 30-year long time frame, like you just want to buy Bitcoin and just hold on to it. I think that's fine too. That's a good strategy. I'm working on that one too. But in the short run though, buy and sell seems like because you could get dumped on. That's the thing. This thing can go up and this thing can go flat, and then there's no money left. It's but that's why the academy, I feel like, is so helpful, because we learn we learn when to go this way and we learn when to go that way, right? And so we learn that from the teachers, right? So we learn that from the teachers, and so and times change. That's why we have to be current. These teachers that we have access to, if you were in the academy with me, these teachers are current. Anything that they're talking about, it's New Year's Eve right now. They're not going to have a live session right now, but look at the schedule. Sunday through Saturday, they have constant material, and you can jump on live and ask them questions live. That in itself is an amazing benefit, and I've learned so much from these teachers. So anyway, enough about that. Wish you a healthy new year. Remember, health is wealth, cash flow is king, cash is queen, and credit is freedom. Think about it, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now. Happy New Year's.